Let's be honest, springtime in Connecticut is not all sunshine and rainbows. Here are a few things you need to know. Hi, I'm Stacy Olson with William Ravis Real Estate, and on my channel, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about living on the Connecticut coast. Springtime in Connecticut is an exciting time of year. You're finally getting out of the dark and gloomy winter, and all of nature seems to come alive. Since Connecticut is in the Northeast, we are lucky enough to have the 4 seasons, but some years springtime is hit or miss. Technically speaking, spring starts somewhere around March 20th or 21st, but here in Connecticut, March is firmly planted in the winter category. You may get excited when you see your crocus or daffodils blooming in late March, but hold your horses because you are being fooled. And April really can go either way, but usually tends to be lots of rain and raw, damp temperatures. There are some days when you're lucky enough to hit like a random 70, but mostly I'd say it's like low 50s for April and lots of rain. May is really when you start to see things perk up here. The trees get that vibrant green bud and they just burst open. All your flowering trees are in their glory. You start to see the dogwoods coming alive and all your springtime perennials like your tulips. But May can be tricky. Honestly, just a week and a half ago, it was so cold and rainy, I still had my fireplace on. And then we had a week where it was about 80 degrees, and then the temperatures plunged again. And overnight, they were in the 30s, so there was freeze and frost warnings all over the state of Connecticut. And that is the middle of May. Yes, these wild temperature swings are very normal for Connecticut. There are some differences in the temperatures that we have at the shoreline here versus inland Connecticut. So typically the shoreline is cooler in the summers and warmer in the winter. But it can be drastic. There can be like a 10-degree differential in the temperatures from inland down to shoreline. And planting seasons are very different too. You can usually start your springtime annuals on the shoreline around May 15th, but inland it's really May 31st. This is towards the end of May now, and we're still seeing temperatures plunge into the 30s overnight. Garden centers start to open usually mid to late April, so they entice you to start early, but be warned. Springtime's also a great time for allergy sufferers. Everything seems to just come out very quickly here, and the pollen goes crazy. The tree pollen starts the earliest here, so even though you might not even see a glimpse of green on the trees, it starts to fill the air, and man, do I know it. I start to get those sinus headaches. A lot of people start with the itchy eyes and the sneezing. And every year we get this layer of pollen on your car. So even if you just park it outside for a quick trip into a store, you come out and there's like this yellowy green haze just sitting on top of your car. Forget about putting out your patio furniture too early because you are going to be cleaning it nonstop if it's out there when all the pollen is flying around. Another fun thing is all the bugs come alive too. We have the typical mayflies that really do show up like clockwork in May and then disappear. You also start noticing like gnats and some of the creepy crawlies. Like I've started noticing more spiders around. But we also get beautiful butterflies and helpful bees. And believe us, we need all these great pollinators around here to keep it so beautiful. And this is also the time of year when everyone gets the urge to get outside and clean up their yards from the past winter. There's plenty of sticks and twigs if you lived in a wooded area, and probably remnants of leaves you may have missed during your fall cleanup. And just when you start to clean it all up and it starts to look nice, the weeds appear and they show up in all of your flower beds. Lots and lots of weeds, and they literally appear overnight, like hundreds of them. And when you live in Connecticut, yard work is constant. Whether you're mowing your lawn, pulling weeds, trimming shrubs, putting down mulch, there's always work to be done throughout the spring, summer, and fall. Also, when you live near a beach or a lake, it's time to pick up your beach sticker or your town park and rec sticker in the spring. Usually beaches here are free between Labor Day and Memorial Day. So let's say September to May, it's open to everybody, it's free. But once Memorial Day hits, You got to have your beach or lake sticker or else you're going to get charged to park. Prices differ from town to town, so make sure you check the prices if you plan on going to a local beach in town where you don't live. And like I said, some towns just have like a park and rec pass, and usually this will cover the whole town and all the amenities it offers, whether it's a lake access, park access, anything that the town deems as part of their park and rec system will usually be encompassed in that sticker. But be warned that the state parks and beaches like Silver Sands and Hammonasset, they fill up quickly on nice spring days and for sure in the summer. So make sure to check ahead if you plan on going, because you can be turned away if you go and they're full. And nobody wants to do that. You drive an hour to get to the beach and then you find out you can't even go because it's already full. So just plan ahead. And spring really is a beautiful time here in Connecticut. And you really start to notice everyone's getting out of their winter doldrums. So along the shoreline, particularly, the weekends start to fill up with folks looking to utilize the beaches and the cute downtown areas. I mean, locally speaking here, I start to notice about mid-May is when I really see all the restaurants and shopping areas start to get like hustle and bustle again. All the outdoor patios and bars start to open up this time of year, and everyone's kind of getting into that like summer vibe. And the population definitely starts to increase here over the summer months along the shoreline because people come here to vacation because they want to enjoy the beaches and everything else we have here in Connecticut. So springtime is a time to hit the reset button here, and you can enjoy the beautiful nature we have, the shorelines, the hiking trails, and gear up for what's hoping to be a great summer. So if you're thinking about moving to Connecticut, maybe on the shoreline, give me a call. I'd love to help. If you're not sure which shoreline town you might be interested in, start by looking at Milford. Not only does it have great beaches, it has a vibrant restaurant scene and cute local shopping. And until next time, have a great day.